Hi, I'm Tiffany Tift reporting for America's Premier Experts. Today we are in Orlando at the Hard Rock Hotel for a very special event. We are honoring America's top 20 experts, and today we have with us Jayson Hunter, who is a registered dietitian and expert in nutrition.
The focus is trying to get men and women that maybe have started families, life got busy, work got crazy, and have started to gain that weight and really want to get it back off. Most importantly for health reasons, but also to look better and feel better about themselves.
You know, Jayson, we'll be quite honest, there are so many books out there. You know, there's so many people out there selling their way for people to lose weight. You are an expert in this because you are a registered dietitian, so you really do know what works and what doesn't work.
Yeah, and one of the main reasons why I decided to write this book and add to the millions of others that are out there is I've had dozens and dozens of clients and just friends ask me, why can't I go on this diet or should I go on this diet? And the ones that have gone on different diets, some of them lost weight, others didn't. But the most important thing was they never learned how to eat once they were done with the program. So they would gain the weight back and they'd just jump on the next diet. So my focus is, one, obviously to get the weight off so that they can improve their life, but most importantly, teach them how to eat so that they never actually have to diet again.
And that's what makes your book and your formula stand out, is this carb rotation. Because let's talk about that for a second. You've seen so many of these diets out there that say no carb, low carb, but you really need to function. That's the secret, right?
Yeah, you do need carbohydrates to live and function efficiently. The key is controlling those carbohydrate intake, and most people eat just too many carbs, too many bad carbs, not enough other nutrients, because one of the important roles is called nutrient timing, and that's incorporating certain other nutrients at certain times and in certain amounts to make sure that you can accelerate that fat loss, accelerate your metabolism, which is one of the keys to actually losing that weight and keeping it off.
And also I want to bring up that there's a lot of people out there who sell things that aren't necessarily qualified for this. You are a registered dietitian. You are an expert in this field. Let's talk about some of your credentials.
Well, I'm a registered dietitian along with a licensed dietitian. I'm actually a certified strength and conditioning coach, so I have the training and fitness background as well to go along with that. And really, like you mentioned, you know, there's a lot of people that necessarily don't have the credentials. Maybe they found some things they like that have worked and they've created products, but do they really know? And this is where a lot of those diets come into play that don't teach people how to eat. You have to be able to have behavior modification. You have to have eating lifestyle changes and, you know, habits change to be able to end dieting once and for all.
Because that's really what it's about. It's a lifestyle change. It's not about a diet. It's not about a fad diet. It's really about learning a new lifestyle, a new way of eating, and a new way of living.
Correct. And 90% of your grocery shopping can be done on the outside walls of that grocery store. Because one of the things that food manufacturers do, as well as grocery stores, is when you get inside those aisles, they're going to put the most profitable foods at eye level. They're going to make it as easy as possible to go ahead and grab that off the shelf, and they don't want you to have to squat down. They don't want to have you reach up, because they want you to just buy. And they're in it to make money. They can say it's about health, and some of them may say, okay, I don't want to obviously put out something that's going to kill someone, obviously, but they're in it to make money. So.
And you do say that you really feel like some of these industries do want people to gain weight.
Oh yeah, because then they're going to go out and buy their next, you know, here's another weight loss food, and here's another, try this food, and try this, and it's all, that's why the FDA and everyone has to market the labeling so strictly, because they will get into that gray area of saying no fats or no sugar, and people are like, oh, well then I can eat as much of it. And there's a few brands that obviously I won't name names on camera, but they said, you know, it's fat-free. Oh, well, then I can eat as much as I want. Well, they're eating 300 grams of sugar at that point, still gaining weight and wondering why they ate the whole box. And
you bring up a good point. When they're selling a product like that, they obviously, if they sell this magic product and it works, that's the only product they have out there.
Yeah.
You know, so you bring up a very good point.
And they're gonna prey on your emotions to say, if the latest fad is no sugar in your diet, they're gonna come out and say, well, this product contains 2 grams of sugar only. You're going to eat a ton of it. Well, it probably contains a ton of fat and other nutrients like high fructose corn syrup, which is an ingredient that a lot of food manufacturers use. And what they're finding is your brain does not sense when you're full. It just, you keep eating. It's kind of like this mysterious nutrient that doesn't tell you, all right, you've had enough food, and you just keep eating, and the calories keep coming on.
You definitely are an expert, I can tell. Let me ask you this. What is your clientele like?
Most of my clientele probably range from 25 to even 60 years old. Mostly men and women that have started a family, whether it's be married or also have kids. Their life has started to get away from them. Life has gotten too busy. They didn't focus on themselves, and the weight has started to come on, and now they're like, I'm not happy with myself. I want to kind of get back to my younger weight, or when I looked good in that dress, or when I looked good in my bathing suit, and things like that.
You also bring up another great point, and I think people really appreciate this. You're talking to people who have busy lives, who can't spend 5 hours in the gym, who can't, take every single meal with them. I mean, these are real people, because this is a real way of life to live.
Yeah, and life is chaotic enough as it is. So to say, all right, you need to now focus 2 hours a day on your nutrition, it's just not realistic. And so you need to be able to teach those realistic principles and those behavioral changes that they can implement right there. It's not a huge burden out of their life, because like you said, there's not enough time in the day. I'm busy enough as it is, so I got to make sure I can teach other people how to just make it simple and eat to enjoy eating.